Did I ever tell you the tragic story of Golden the chicken from my childhood? Did I ever tell you that story? This is not a horror story, but it is a tragedy. Yeah, this is the story of Golden the chicken. When I was in middle school, I think, one of my little sister frogs, her best friend, we would drive home after school every day. So we would, because they went to the same school. My little sister's best friend and her went to the same elementary school. And we would, drive her home and drop her off every day. Because, you know, that's just what, you know, families do for family friends. So, this friend of my sister's had a pet chicken, and it was a very, very intelligent and very small chicken. This chicken was an adult by the time I got to know her, and her name was Golden, and she was fully sized already, but she was kind of a miniature chicken. So, like, for a hen, she was small. I don't know what her breed was, but she was small. She was very smart. The family would let her wander around in the front yard all by herself. You know, not even like fenced in. Because she would never wander away from the house. She would just go in and out of the garage on her own. And she would chill in the front yard. And she was so smart that whenever we would drop that friend off at her house, the chicken would run up to the car and wait for that friend to get out of the car and then hop on her arm. Like, she would perch on her arm like a little, like owl. She was like freaking like Hedwig from Harry Potter. Did she lay golden eggs? She did lay eggs, actually, like small itty-bitty eggs. And everybody loved her. She was such a smart chicken. At some point, I don't remember how long, maybe like several months into having her, one of the neighbors complained to the HOA. Bad guys are always the HOA. One of the neighbors complained to the HOA about them owning a chicken because the chickens technically, like livestock, were not allowed in that neighborhood. That chicken wasn't doing nothing to nobody. That chicken was just minding her own business. But they reported it to the HOA, so the HOA demanded that the family get rid of the chicken. My family, cause of money reasons, we lived like an hour away in the countryside, but we would still like commute to that school so that we could keep like going to the same school as our friends and stuff. But we ended up having to move away in with my grandparents to the countryside. So we had land for chickens. We had land where my grandma and grandpa frog used to like raise chickens when I was little. And so we were like, oh, we can take Golden in. We can take Golden in. And so we were gonna adopt Golden. You can see where this is going. We never got to bring Golden back to our house. So, Golden was fine all the time. As I said, she was always okay just wandering the front yard by herself. She was always fine. Never got in the way of cars or animals. In fact, the dogs that lived on that street and the cats and stuff would get along with Golden pretty well. They would just like kind of be around each other and mind their own business. The one day that we were going to finally pick up Golden, save her, and bring her back home to my grandparents' place. It was raining that day. Very fittingly, it was raining that day. Or rather, it was about to rain that day. And we pulled up to her garage, and unlike other days, Golden wasn't waiting for our friend to get out of the car. She didn't run up to the car and perch on our friend's arm. We were like, where is Golden? As we were getting out of the car, we saw a body at the base of the tree in my friend's yard. On top of it was a giant hawk! Big bird of prey! And Golden's head was just gone! Head was no more! It was only the body, no head. And the hawk was pecking at it. And our friend jumps out of the car, runs up to it and starts screaming and crying and shoos the bird away. And she's like, Golden! And all of us ran up to Golden and we were all crying, and then her big brother came out of the house and he started crying too, which was incredibly uncharacteristic of him. We were all standing there crying. And my mom was like, And then my friend's grandma, typical Filipino grandma, came out with a trash bag and put Golden's body in it and threw it away. But it started raining in that moment. It started raining, and I had never seen that friend cry so hard in my entire life. Did they try to sew the head back? No, the head was gone. There was no head. It must have been swallowed whole by the hawk. And, yeah, the whole irony of it was that was the one day where Golden would have had a forever home. Yeah, the sky was crying for Golden that day. I think Golden is in the chicken coop in the sky now, living a happy life. Not even a burial. Yeah! Typical Filipino grandma indeed, right? Not even a burial. I can laugh about it now, but it was really freaking sad. It was really, really sad. Yeah. She just kind of threw it away in the trash bag. Your grandma would cook that probably. I think it was the fact that it was... See, when I was little, I had pet chickens too when I first lived at my grandparents' house. And then I would always wonder where they went. And I wouldn't even question the fact that we were eating chicken. But like... I think it was the fact that it was eaten by a bird of prey. That probably wasn't sanitary anymore. And she was a very small chicken. But I think about that. I think about that moment a lot. And I hope that Golden is somewhere happy in the coop in the sky.